疲れ様です。こんばんは。手探りーぐシーズン1、ウィーク14、デンバーブロンコス対ラスベガスレイダースの試合をやっていきたいと思います。前回負けたシーライさんでございます。で、ご覧の通りですね、この試合に負けると地区首位が入れ替わるというようなところでございます。さて、まずイベントがあるので開いていきます。DP ブレイクアウト、誰だろう？バロンかな？ライリー・モスに。ほうほうほうほう。これ、他のゴールも見たいな。1インターセプトなんかできる自信ないぞ。うわぁ、むずっ。1インターの方がまだマシだった。なんとも言えねえ。なるほど。んでもって、フィルムルームのイベント。
Film rooms are the forum where strategies are discussed and victories are born. Each person there has a voice and a chance to step forward with what they believe is the key to this week's game.ザック・アレンで1サックしろって言うけど、ザック・アレン怪我でいないよね。なんだよ。もう確定で失敗のイベントかよ。ですね。怪我人は、はい、ザック・アレン出ません。なので、先ほどのイベントは、もはや意味ないイベントですな。なんだよな、それ。相手は怪我人がいない。こちらはですね、あと12ヤードぐらいで、カービィが1000ヤードに達するんですけども、怪我でなんといないと。で、前回も試合に出れなかった昨今は、レイダース戦は、また欠場ということでですね、なかなか、こちらの戦力としては厳しい状況になっております。じゃあ、ライリー・モスが、どこに入りました？モスはね、能力が、マンカバーが本当に低くて、正直言うと、ゾーンカバーもね、そんなに高くないからね、そんな使いたくはないんで、こっちの方が全然余裕がある。まあ、頑張ってもらいましょう。え、レイラーズは怪我人がいないので、相変わらず、強い、すごくね、ルーキーが育って て、非常に順調に攻撃力が上がっているチームになっています。96だもんね。同じルーキーの。で、こちらもね、ダブルルーキーが、もう、めきめきと成長していて、もう恐ろしい状態になっています。バウアーズも強いし。こうやって見ると、戦力、向こうの方が上だな。右側の右タックルがちょっと弱いぐらい。で、エッジのクロスビー、ボサ、えぐいのがね。で、真ん中はそこそこ強く。なんとも思えない。嫌だなと。いやー、怪我人が出てないのが羨ましいな。ウィーク14のウィークリーリカップ流しかこうかな。目がかゆい。
Who's ready for some December football? Hi everyone, Scott Hansen here, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 14. Plenty to get you caught up on. Let's start in Detroit. The Lions at home to take on the Cowboys. And it's some big D for Big D, the Dallas defense. This would turn out to be one of the biggest plays of the game. The Cowboys get another win. It's now 9 straight as they get the job done in this one. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And how about a big play from the Colts defense? They knock the football out, force the fumble, scoop it, and they're taking it back the other way. What a game-changing play. Touchdown. The Colts continue their winning ways. They move to 9-4 with the victory here. One more to show you real quick. It's over in Tampa, the Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints. And this is Trey Palmer. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Bucs just will not lose. The perfect season is still alive. They get another win. So that'll put a bow on this one. For all the hardworking men and women here in Orlando, Scott Hansen saying good night. We'll see you next week right here on EA Sports.
ちょうど良い時間になりました。
This ain't what you want. Project. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Ha! 1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna. I just wanna rock. Body out of ya.
ボニートがね、今日サックできるかどうかって結構大事なんですよ。ご覧の通り、アンパが4サック差をつけてますね。よし、入りました。よいしょ。さあ、で、前回も言った通り、プレイブックをですね、スタムで作りましたので、それで挑んでいきたいなというところでございます。ここはね、前回見たところとあんま変わらない状況です。
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada and Allegiant
さあ、レイ
Stadium
ダースの
in
本
Las
拠地に
Vegas.
乗り込んでの試合で
Coming
す。
up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Denver Broncos
あ、またリターン
and
か
the
らか。
Las Vegas Raiders.
前回もリターンからだったんだよね。
Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. And off we go from Allegiant Stadium. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
さあ、ここをどうやって攻めますかな。
From the shotgun, he'll throw to get this one started.
うわ、いきなり。
The first play, and he is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the
あ
Raiders
れダメか。
are gonna get the football
なんかいけそうな気したんだけど。
here. Forced INT
全然ダメだっ
on the game's opening drive.
An opening play call like that, Mike, has exactly one goal. Let's connect on something early and quiet this home crowd. But all they did was energize them. I mean, listen to this place after that interception. They're feeding into it. They're giving this offense extra momentum as they now take the field.
On the ground, this is Ashton Genty. That's a short pickup to about the 47.
Yep.
John Franklin Myers there to make the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Hey, here we go, hey. 390%.
Here's Gino. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Third and 6.
We're good.
From the gun, it's Gino. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Raider first down.
Las Vegas.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
390%.
On 1st and 10, here's Smith. Downfield, it's Beck. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's catch number 40 on the season for him.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
390%. Indy.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Gino to throw. That's a short one, caught by Bowers.
second and 5. Brings up second.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
They'll come up here on second down and 5.
There we go, Sonoma. 390%.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. That is taken in left side by Thornton. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 3.
Tell me you coming to the house to get me. He ain't show. Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you.
Ready. 390%.
Working out of the gun, Smith. He's got his big tight end. Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense
Yeah.
that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Kill. On my set.
Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. That one complete to A.T. Perry. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another first down.
7-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. And it's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business.
Oof.
It's first and goal. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. And in motion is Ingram. Here's a run.
Yes.
Will score. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Denver. Will Lutz now for the PAT.
危ね。危ね。
He gets it to go. Broncos will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the
そう
kickoff.
見えたよね。そっちが。
But dangerous Miko Hardman on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at 23-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They get to the butt. I want the money, the cash, the moolah, the bag, the currency, stacking it up. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have the things we've been lacking, my bruh. So what are we lacking? I could point it out, so much that's around. Better settle down, no point doing that. But they send the hounds, bite me in that, put me in the ground, turn me in the ash.
Gino now on 1st and 10. Open man. That's Trey Tucker. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. And for much more, 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
At the 45-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Genty. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Vegas.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game. But when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now, Gino. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch.
もうあと1回で
Nothing. And they get him
稼いだ
down
ぞ。
well behind the line. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go, hey. 390
From the shotgun, Smith. Hit as
Hey.
he throws and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyway. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being wasted down.
3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go. Finish it on.
To throw, Smith. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bell.
マジかよ。
He's going to be brought down
枯れたな。
to that line to gain
すげえな。
just a bit short. And
こん
now
なに進まれる人はなかった。
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go. Finish it.
Keno gonna throw for it. He gets that complete to his tight end man. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game. They convert on 4th down. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the 1st quarter. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back in Vegas after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go, hey. Good shit, hut.
Smith to throw. Open man is Besh. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
1 yard gain.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd and 9.
Run line. 39%.
Play action now. It's Gino. And that is incomplete.
取ってくれ、今。
Well, it's the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down.
The thing is, the offense comes to the sideline now. The quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. As he throws and is
早すぎだろ。
just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
タイミングで
All
乗る
these
ところ。
defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
3rd, they need 8. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That is incomplete.
投げれなかった。投げてたミーターだったね。
Up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
ファールの方。普通から明らか。
On 4th down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to kick it away. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return.
うわ、止まんね。
Being forced out of bounds.
止まんねえし、うちの連鎖出ねえし。つい。
come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Check the lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring the best. We'll be standing in your front yard yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Smith. Now he'll air one out.
Nice.
And that ball intercepted by Exertan. And the
Such a-
Broncos are going to get the football at their own 23.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
ちょっと今できないな。自分でできない。新しいの開けないでもあるでしょ。ちょっと今無理だよ。ちょっとだけ待てる？
Play action now. It's next.
うわ、マジかよ。
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. A Pro Bowler 4 years running. That is Max Crosby. Into double
いや、しんどいな。
That is sack number 10 on the year.
ロスピーがしんどいな。
They'll go play action with Nix. He'll let one go down the middle. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
Really nice job there of not only tracking the ball, but then putting yourself in position to make the play. And that's step 1. I promise you step 2 on that sideline. His secondary coach is saying, hey, next time you can get your hand on the ball, let's try to come away with that takeaway.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now, as he's standing right around his own goal line. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
いやー、ロスピーは前回もいいところです。はい。対するこっちがね、参考できないんだ。嘘だよ。ねえ、ちゃんと締めて。
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. They'll go again with Genji.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Here's a run with their tight end. Moving this to the 36-yard line will give them enough. Chains will move. It's a first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short. Gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go. Ready to set.
From the gun, it's Gina. Open man is Horton. He's got it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Gain of 12 yards.
It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready to set.
Here's Gina. That's into the hands of Horton. They'll get it up for here as he is taken down.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
It is 2nd and 6. Gino to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but gives them some breathing room. Up to the 35-yard line. On first down, here's Nix to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 13 yards to start that drop. And a quick first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
Nix's pass. Complete to A.T. Perry. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Raiders' 48-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Now, faking the give. Pushed out to his left. Now he'll run it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
That's good for Broncos. First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
危なかった。
Second down. Nix. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's caught right side, it's Franklin. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Broncos.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and you have a playmaker like that on the outside. They can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and end result is still a touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Hardman now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's what the offense will take over.
At their own 25-yard line.
リアクションしてきそうな気がする。
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Hey, here we go, hey. You ready to get set up? We're good.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. He gets this one to Tucker. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
ちょっとかけてみる。
Here comes 2nd and 4.
There we go, sit on. Ready on, ready. Get it, sit on.
On play action, Smith.
よし。よしよしよしよし。
Throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Open man, right side, he's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Smith. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow, so that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there, and more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
On second down, it's Gino. He's going to try it here again. That's caught.
そこいたのに俺。
Taken down as time runs out on this.
ヘロヘロパスでも取れちゃうとすごいな。
So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Not much on the return. They'll stop them at the 17.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Run right up the gut of Gentry. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Run down at the 20-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
I just wanna rock. Body yada yada. Shorty got that body yada yada. No time, set up. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my size. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
From the 20, here's second down and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. That's a short one, caught by Bowers.
どうしたのこ
It'll
れ
be
は。
a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
3rd and a yard. Blitz coming. He'll throw it.
おっと。あれ、そこ誰？俺か？
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that chance to get him a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this. Then on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
落とさねえな。
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw yet again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
They'll run it straight ahead now with Gentry. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
to throw.
よし。
This one intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Jones. And the Broncos are going to take possession.
I think you chalk this one up like to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Man in motion is Ingram.
Kill, 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 kill.
はは、いいんだよ。いいんだよ。その動き。わからねえぐらいの速さで来たの。
Never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Kill, kill.
Working out of the gun. It's next.
どこだ？全然見えてなかった。DT かよ。
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Man in motion is Ingram.
それは見た。
Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative, playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
ああ。さあ。
They'll run with Denty.
Oh.
And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll look to throw. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end Bowers. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
カバー3のにあれがいけないのか。
So they come to the line for first down and 10. He'll look to throw. Pass caught right side on Thornton. And they'll get about half what they needed.
ここにとかな、ここに来ても
力尽きたのか、全然プレッシャーかけてくるね。
Most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's carry number 1 for the former Bulldogs, Zamir White. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Check up.
He'll drop the throw.
取れない。
That ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders are back within a point. It's 14-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This taken at the 5. And he's down at the 20. That's where the offense will take over.
どうしたの？どうせ寝れないんでしょ。いっぱい寝てたもんね。いっぱい寝てたから寝れないんでしょ。
They'll give it to Dobbins. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
9 yards.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38.
Kill. Hold on a sec. Ready.
Dobbins going to get it now as we start the 4th. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. It's a gain of 12 then. Good for a Denver 1st down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
We're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be hauled down.
誰が怪我した？
35-yard line.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead.
レシーバーさらにいなくなってるじゃん。
That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Nix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
戻ってこれないよ。さあ、果たしてどんな怪我か。長期離脱だったらやる。
Tight end motioning left. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 9.
They gave him the impossible task of being so far behind the sticks and saying, hey, go salvage this series. And he almost pulled it off. What a great run. And in most instances, it would be rewarded with the first down.
2nd and 5. And in motion is Ingram. A run with Dobbins. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Throwing is Nix. That'll be complete to Dobbins. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple.
ちょっと声入っちゃう。
On 4th down, here's Nix. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And he will have the first down. So they roll the dice on 4th down in the red zone. And it pays off with 1st and goal.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
A run on 1st and goal. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Dobbins trying to push the ball forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's third down and goal. A quick throw on the RPO is complete.
These are the worst. I've seen a couple of years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. Now, this looks like a design run.
Yes.
And he will take it in himself. Bo Nix put down Denver. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Broncos extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Hardman now to return it. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
モスがぱったりと顔出さなくなった。
They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. It's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
They'll come up now for second down. Right side is taken in by that. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw.
Yes.
Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's Fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Oh, and now movement up front, trying to get the defense to
おお、
jump.
ナイスナイスナイス。
One of the offensive linemen moved instead.
これはでかいな。
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. Here's Thompson.
Yes.
Taken in, and that's not going to work.
Nice.
The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
で、誰かうちが怪我した。誰が怪我したの？
And in motion is Ingram. A handoff as they try to run it here. Not much there. Maybe a yard. And a timeout Vegas. That is their second. And they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
The 28-yard line.
Hook them up on a second down and 8.
Hey, kill! Ready?
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll
Okay,
get
nice.
it inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down. Now the Raiders going to use their third and final timeout. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
っていうかもうこれ勝ちか。
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll stay on the ground.
えぐいもんかですね。
Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line.
あ、でもまだ出てこないよ。
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close.
終わりです。
Here comes third
あ
down.
あ、なんとかリベンジできた。
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. And it is their third consecutive victory. they continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
いやー、
Log on to EA
怪我人2人出たの
Sports.com.
がちょっと気になる
With
な
that, we say so long, everyone.
結果、モスのブレイクアウトは失敗だしな。同じようなパス成功です。まあ、今回ランを抑えれたと思ったけど、そうでもなかった。うん。まあ、よう、このレシーバー陣で踏ん張ったな。クロスビーが良かったな。で、デンバーは結局今日ゼロサックだろ。これフォーロス1だけだもん。ゼロサック。あと1個だけなの。エグ。まあ、パントが頑張ったね。ナイスパントって。トータルオフェンス280ヤードも取られて。よう粘って勝ったね、今日。今回もターンオーバーか。すべてにおいて相手の方が上だろ。サーダンコーバージョンうちだって0%だぜ。よく勝ったな、これで。0% か。マジか。いや、ほんともうターンオーバーだな、じゃあ。ポゼッションも向こうの方が上だしね。うちは最初のインターだけやらかして、あとはやらかしてない。まあ、このランがね、良かったよね。あれでタッチダウンちゃんと時間も使って取れたんだとか。うわぁ、一人気が出てる。どっちだ？グリーンロー3から5周アウト。ここに来てデンバー、怪我人が増えてきた。
もうちょっとね、活躍してほしかったよね。確かに。モスはスターだったかな。だから成功してればスーパースターだったのか。まあでも使う予定ないからまあ別にいいんだけどね。試合出てないけどな。試合出てないけどな。本当ですでしょ。お、なるほど。今日の勝ちで、ワイルドカード以上は確定しました。やった。リビンドは4周アウト。いやー。いや、この勝利はでかいね。やっぱ同地区なだけの安全。ただここに来て、ボニーとの力がダウンしてるのがものすごく気になる。全然プレッシャーかけれなくなっちゃった。16サックで満足しないでくれよ。フランクリンが、あとゴールどれぐらいだろう。あと2か。ミヌズが、落ちた。落ちた。あげちった。まあ、いっか。ミヌズがあと1ね。なかなかな、ここが届かないんだよな。75タックルも届くかどうか怪しい。ブライアン・ジョーンズは、でもこれもあと1インターで、600しか入んないんだね。セーフティーだと。 よいしょ。次がグリーンベイか。はい。ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。ウィーク14は、ラスベガスレイダースの同期対決で、なんとか前回のリベンジを果たすことができました。で、この今日の勝利によって、デンバーはワイルドカード以上が確定はいたしました。で、次がですね、グリーンベイパッカーズとの対決になりますので、楽しんでいきたいと思います。よかったらチャンネル登録といいねをお願いいたします。またね。